Well, welcome back, my friends, to another Riding with Scav, Choir Boys Outdoors type deal. It's Friday. I'm wearing these Stellar shades that my boy Jimbo gave me. Some Oakleys, I believe. Looking good. Look like the Terminator. My head is about this big, so it's hard for me to find sunglasses. Keith Carpenter sent me some Lokes. I love my Lokes. I love my Oakleys. And I got these from O-Knife that I'm a big fan of. And then Megan bought me about 12 pair. They're probably about $5 each. Because I'm going to tell you something. Because I know she ain't going to watch this far into the video. I love Megatron. That girl, she ain't going to spend no money now. I'm just telling you. Which is probably a good thing. Because I spend all of it for us. I mean, she went in, and I ain't even going to say it. I ain't going to say it. I'll tell you like this. I'll tell you just like this. I was trying to tell her one time there was a difference. She used to buy a brand of peanut butter that was rather generic. Now, you say I'm not a snob. I don't see me. I work hard. I stay filthy. And she swore up and down that it was just as good as the name brand. I said, no, it's not. I've been on this earth 50 years. I know today. Well, went back and forth. So one day I bought Skippy or whatever the hell it was, Jiffy, whatever. Brought it home. She was standing there with her arms folded. I took a spoonful of the name brand and a spoonful of the bullshit she brought, put it down to Lola, my dog. Lola sniffed the cheap shit, turned her nose up, and ate the name brand. I said, the dog don't even eat it. That tells you. Now, that's not to say anything about price or being arrogant or haughty or anything. Any of that. That's just telling you sometimes it's better to spend a little money. Now, what does that have to do with the video? Not one single solitary thing, but I thought I would just open up about that. And she's practiced me in one video. She watches 2 minutes of them. I get killed when I get home. But here's the deal. My guy Mario put a comment, question, whatever, and I thought it was pretty good one. He says, Gab, you should explain the relationship between Work Tough Gear and their sponsorship. Well, gladly. And guys, not mad at all. I thought it was a great comment. A lot of times, man, I look for content. Right? Sometimes things get misconstrued. Now, Mario watches the channel. I'm appreciative of that. And Mario, thank you for the question. So I want to explain that, but I want to take it a step further. I don't want to just talk about Work Tough Gear. I want to talk about several. And it does two things. One, it answers a question. But two, it kind of provides some clarity and insight into how I operate the channel. Now, it is important for you guys to know. I have a job. Y'all know that. Most of you know that. I work an insane amount of hours. But the ass kicker of that, the ass kicker of the overtime thing, because a lot of people work overtime, right? I'm no different, no special. The thing that I think just kind of wears me out about the overtime thing is I live an hour to an hour and 15 minutes from my job. So, you know, if you work a 12-hour day, well, really, you're on the road, you're going 14, right? But I want you to understand, the channel is a hobby, it's a pastime, it's something that I would like to build into a brand, build into a business. I didn't start it for that. I didn't. I am an addict. We talk about never quit quitting. So I wasn't clean long when I started this channel, to be honest with you. But it's what's that? Idle hands thing, you know, it's the devil's handiwork, whatever. So I thought, I love knives. I'm passionate about knives. I enjoy them. I watched several YouTube channels at that time. I wasn't like in the community, but I watched like Donnie B all day and Advanced Knife Pro and a couple more, right? I shouldn't say several. I watched 2 or 3. But I thought, man, I'd like to do that. So if you go back, they've got a feature now where if you go to my channel and you hit videos, it'll say oldest, and it'll take you all the way back. Now, for some damn reason, they've got me on here from 2014. That is not true. I started this channel, the first video I believe I posted was June 23rd or 24th, 2020. I remember that distinctly. That is the date my grandfather passed away, June 23rd. So, and I didn't do that on purpose. It was just kind of another sign this was meant to be. So, long story short, we start the channel. I was just showing my knives, having a good time. I worked with Kirk at the time. He let me review his Teal, his mini Teal and his Mount Bushman, 3 Work Tough Gear blades. Fast forward from that, and I loved them, fast forward from that about a year. And JR, of course, JR sent me the Nomad Field. I believe it was the Nomad Field or Nomad Camp. And I did the review. Well, the designer, Zeke Manacho, sent it. He hit me up on Instagram. We go back and forth. Finally, I said, dude, did you design this? Because I didn't know. He said, yeah, man, I designed it, and I love the review. He said, listen, I've reached out to the owner. He's going to send you some knives to check out. I was over the moon, man. First company to ever really do that. That's not a small thing. That plays in big to this. So the basic arrangement, let me answer it real quick, and then we'll back up. The arrangement's this. There's no arrangement. Certain knives Mr. Big wants me to do videos on, he'll send them to me. Now, he does that to a lot of people. I'm nothing special. I used to get really defensive about it, and I think that's just part of growth and growing a channel, is kind of figuring out how the internet thing works. I don't get offended by it now or try to defend it now or, oh, they just send you free knives. Well, yeah, I also started Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Now, let me say this. I'm not saying any of this like I deserve or they should. I'm just telling you why I don't feel bad about people sending me knives. Because I bust my ass for that company. Now, if Work Tough Gear never sends me another knife, I will continue with Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Why? Because they were the first knife channel to say, hey man, we believe in what you're doing. We like what you're doing. We're going to send you some knives. No catch, no caveat, no nothing. I don't sell knives. I have zero against doing that. It is a personal choice. I don't sell. And guys, can I just be honest with you? I despise trading. I hate trading. There's one or two people max that I will trade with. I've had a couple trades, did very well in them, but it's just not something I like doing, right? I had one that pissed me off because I didn't want the damn knife to begin. I wound up giving it away. I just traded with the guy so he'd shut the hell up. Fat Canadian bastard. Anyway, that's a totally different deal. Well, like a fat Mickey Free from the... Anyway, that aside, act like he did me a favor. Anyway, back to the thing. It's nothing personal. The couple of trades that I've done, I've enjoyed except one, and that's the fat Mickey Free guy from Canada. He's just a punk. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. We're going to move on. I already feel it coming. And if I've traded with somebody, please don't take it unless you're fat Mickey Free, that I was upset. I trade with Grugs. I trust Grugs, you know, in that regard. And I love Grugsy to death. He's one of the few people, and there's another guy, and I never can pronounce the damn guy's screen name, so I'm not going to try. But we did a trade. I traded some Tontos for an AD-15. Great trade, right? So, but that's it. And people ask me, well, I want to trade. Will you sell? No. It's a personal thing. I have nothing against it. I know we're going way off topic, but that's what the hell these videos are. I have nothing against, like Donnie has knife sales, Thrasher has knife sales. I share their videos. I'll help them with that. It's just a personal thing with me, and I can't really, I don't ever want to come off arrogant or floating above the rest. It's not that. A lot of my stuff, guys, like I've never reached out to a knife company or approached them first. That's not saying, ooh, look at me. Really, it's a weakness. It really is. I am beyond blessed to have guys like Timbo and JR. Got to mention JR, man. Sabo. Matter of fact, I got JR's box here. I'm hauling ass home to get Sabo's box to mail them back to him. But this channel is blessed, right? Man, some of the best subscribers, the best commenters. I'm dead ass, man. I've been picking up some lingo, you know. Some of the just best people. But some of it's hang-ups with me. I don't mention the choir, YouTube memberships or Patreon. I have it. I don't mention it. I just don't. Maybe I should. But there are certain hang-ups with me that I feel like sometimes hold me back. But at the same time, man, I got to stare eye to eye. I was going to say eyeball to eyeball, but everybody knows I'm wop-eyed. In the mirror, I have to look at me in the mirror. And I have to feel okay with what I'm doing. Right? That's why when Work Tough Gear sends me knives, man, I'm all in. Here's the other reason I don't get real defensive over it. Because everything I do with a knife, I do on camera. Right? So there's no hiding, there's no simping, there's none of that shit. You can watch the knife work. I will forever, till the day I die, be loyal to Work Tough Gear and Big Glenn. Now, I'm going to leave it right there. I was going to say something that I shouldn't say, and I'm not going to say it. Big Glenn is one of the best people. And let me share this with you. And there's some shit going on at my job, and that's why I'm a little irritated. It's nothing to do with this topic. Please don't read that into it. Vic Lin was born in Taiwan. He is Taiwanese. Work Tough Gear is made in Taiwan. I get sick and fucking tired of hearing how people, you made in Taiwan? Yeah, he's Taiwanese. It's his company. You don't mind that, do you? Huh? Anyway, that's where I get irritated. I understand people's frustrations with, hey man, they're always sold out. Do y'all really not think Vic Lin wouldn't like to have 1 million knives made? There's 6 people working there. The reason I get so defensive, one dumbass thinks it's because you're making money. I don't make a dime, dude. And I'm not talking about Mario. This is, I like that guy. I like the comment. I'm appreciative for the content. But this is where some things that irritate me. And these aren't, let me say this too. It's not always a troll. See, there's other content creators and there's fake ass subscribers that make these little jabs because they're bitter and they're mad and meh. Nobody cares. Now, then I'm way off topic. Mario, to answer your question, buddy. They send knives. I test them. There's no agreement. There's no sponsorship. The Work Tough Gear shirts you guys see me wear, I bought 5 of them. I bought 5 and I am drawing a blank, and I was going to shout this guy out. Shit. I bought 5 shirts. I bought them. That's the least I could do. I like having something for Work Tough Gear Wednesday. So there's that. Carnivora is another one that I am very close with. Now, please understand this, guys. Please understand this. Jack Wolf Knives sends knives. I am forever thankful for that. Big shout out to Thrasher. He's the one that really started that off by sending me his entire Jack Wolf knife collection, man. And I am forever appreciative to Brandon Thrasher, Thrasher's Garage. And what's going on with his channel is absolute, utter bullshit, because some cocksucker that's jealous decides he wants to report Thrash, man. And that is so similar to what's going on with work right now. There's just that. I hate rats. I hate rats. I despise them. I think they're the scum of the earth. I really do. I really do. I can't stand a raggedy. See, that's why I get mad about the trolls and stuff. It's not what they said. I'm wop-eyed. Guys, if I don't get to a dentist soon, I'm going to be up here gumming shit. That's me doing drugs and losing teeth. I'm paying the consequence. But the thing is this, you can say what you want about my physical appearance. I'm well aware of it. But it's the fact that you sit there like a smug little bitch behind a computer screen. That's why I'm going to make that app. One day, I'm going to become a billionaire by making an app on the phone that you can punch rats through the phone. That way, when it's like, here you go, pow! I don't even know where we got that from. But, you know, and people say, oh, those videos hurt your channel. Hurt my channel? Nobody watches the shit anyway. So, it is what it is. Now, let me run this down. Shout out to Thrasher's Garage. Jack Wolf Knives send knives. Rosecraft, huge fan of Rosecraft. Spartan has sent me a knife. Phobos Knives. I try to be very, very selective. And here, let me wrap this in a nutshell. And Carnivore is just that's a different arrangement. But what I want you guys to understand is this. I don't make a dime off these reviews other than AdSense. Okay? There was a couple of companies with that you could do whatever that is, where you get affiliate links and stuff like that. I've got 1 or 2 of those. Honest to God, I don't even know if there's any money on them. I don't check them. That's stupid. Again, it's dumb. Leave money on the table. And I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling you that there are certain things that I need to be doing that I'm not. The things that are important to me about knives that I review and companies that I deal with is the relationships. That's what's important to me. I love Vic Lin. I met him one time at Blade Show. Zeke Minacho, the designers over there, salt of the earth. That's why I'm so close with Carnivore, and I'll tell that story one day. But a lot of designers for Work Tough Gear are designers for Carnivora. Carnivora led me into Shade Indonesia. Shaney, an amazing maker. amazing. As a matter of fact, I have a prototype of his at the house. Don Moore Kramer is one of the best people in this community, and there are people who won't deal with Don because of his politics. That's the most moronic thing I've ever heard in my life. Guys, let me explain something to you. With this channel, we don't do politics, religion, or her. That don't mean I don't have feelings on any of it. What I'm not going to do is isolate someone because they dare to believe differently than I do. You can. You're grown. I'm not going to. Thank you for blocking the road, asshole. That had nothing to do with politics, religion, or her. There's just that. Now, come December, I'm cutting some companies. I'm cutting ties with them. I don't have time. And the thing is this. It has nothing to do with price. It has nothing to do with where it's made. It has everything to do with the relationship that I have with that company. Everything. Because at 52 years of age, that's what matters to me. If you don't think Vic Lynn and Andy and from Rosecraft and Eric from Phobos and Tops has sent me some knives. Very appreciative for them as well. But if you don't think, and I found out at Blade Show, there's a couple guys over at Emerson watch the channel. If you don't think they don't know exactly who and what I am, and that I do these videos, you're out of your mind. And they stick with me anyway. That means more to me than any knife, any money in the world. You see, here's what people don't know about Old Scab. I ain't looked like this my whole life. Any opportunity I've ever had, I've pissed away. Any bridge I've ever crossed, I've burned. So to still be in this blessed situation where dude, I can't get on here and get mad because, so-and-so said this. Dude, I've got 10, 12, 15, 20 knives that I've got to get videos out for. That's blessed, dude. That's not as many as some people. But this channel ain't my full-time job. I don't know of another channel that puts out as much content as I do, that works the hours I do. That's not bragging. I made up my mind when I started this channel. I had heard this phrase some time ago. Hard work beats skill anytime skill doesn't work hard. I don't put that or apply that to any other channel on YouTube. I apply it to myself. What does that mean? No matter how good, now, typically what it means is hard work beats skill. Every time skill don't work hard, and you can use that head to head. But the way I use that is this. No matter how skillful I get using a knife acumen, knowing the terms, none of that will ever beat me working hard. I made up my mind when I started this channel, I'm going to outwork myself day in and day out. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, I know this is around the elbow to get to the ass. Here's the truth of the matter. I keep Jack Wolf knives. I keep Work Tough Gear knives. There's nothing written on paper for any of it. Rosecraft blades, I get to keep the knives. Carnivora is a different beast altogether. Some they've gifted me. Some I pass on. Now, here's why I don't sell the Work Tough Gear knives. I like to send them out for other folks to review. I want to help perpetuate the brand. Why? And see, this is where people find it hard to believe. Well, I find it hard to believe. Like, I don't care what you find hard to believe. There's still a thing called loyalty in this country. There's still people who stand by what they say, and there's still people who appreciate the shit out of what other folks do for them. And I know that to be fact because I'm one of them. So if I can help Work Tough Gear, I will. I wished I had more answers for you guys sometimes. I wished I could make another 200 knives. I wish people that I had the money to go in there and back and let them hire 150 other people. But you have to be careful doing that because then your quality goes down if you don't monitor it, right? We've gotten way off subject. Mario, let me answer your question, buddy. They send me knives, just like I mentioned every single video that I do. If somebody sends me a knife, I say, this was sent to me by, for review. Every company that I say that about, with the exception of Carnivora, I keep, typically. Carnivora sends me a lot of prototypes that I need to send back. Now, Don has been as generous as anyone in this game. Shady Indonesia, as a separate entity, has sent me knives. He's been good enough to gift them. When I get gifted a knife, I'm not selling it. That's a personal choice. What I will do is send it on for other people to enjoy, to review, and send back. It helps perpetuate the brand. It helps other channels. It does a lot. Now, I've dropped back a lot and I fell off a lot on the shout outs. That's nothing to do with anybody at all. That's nothing against anybody at all. Right now, I'm working so much that to be honest with you, I come in, I shoot the video, I narrate it, and I put it up, and I'll be just 100% honest. There are times where I need to stop, at least do an outline with shout-outs. Shout-outs will be making a comeback on my channel in full force. That being said, I know this probably didn't answer anybody's shit, but happy Friday. I'm about home, praise Jesus. I'm going to try to box up Sabo stuff. I forgot that some post offices will be closed tomorrow. We're going to do a Veterans Day video tomorrow. To all my vets, man, I love y'all. To all my addicts, man, I love y'all. To all my Leos, man, I love you. To all my criminals, man, I love you. If you watch and you support me, dude, I love you. We all got our flaws. I got a bunch of them. But you know what? The thing you need to remember in all of it is, I'm Scab. You're not. I'm going, son. Megatron's home. Yay!